Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Martinez. I am a visiting scholar from Honduras, currently working on the entomology department of the university. And today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about one of my favorite type of insects, which is lady beetles. Lady beetles are one of the most ferocious insect predators out there. In fact, they're so good at what they do, which is feeding on other insects, that growers use them as biological control agents to control pest populations in their fields. Now, biological control agents, along with chemical control and cultural techniques, cultural practices, are all used in integrated pest management to control pest populations. But we know that chemical control is not always very beneficial or eco-friendly to our environment, which is why there's always an innovation in the area, and industries are trying to come up with different ways to use chemical controls without affecting natural organisms. And one of these ways is by using systemic insecticides. Systemic insecticides such as thiamethoxam um, actually reduce unnecessary and constant spraying throughout the field. And what they do is they're applied through a soil drench, which is basically the chemical is placed on a localized region at the base of the plant, and the chemical is absorbed through the root system and distributed to the plant. In reality, the only insects that will be affected are the ones that actually consume and feed from the plant. But if we think of it, what would happen if thiamethoxam or if the systemic insecticide actually moves through the food chain and eventually reaches the natural predator? What happens if, let's say, a lady beetle feeds on an insect that has already fed on the tissue and already has insecticide inside of it? Will it affect the natural enemy? Will it affect the lady beetle in this case? So we decided to set up an experiment to try and test the hypothesis. We thought that it would have an impact in lady beetle lifespan. And so we did a very, very simple setup. We have two groups of plants, and one we treated with thiamethoxam, one we left without treatment, and basically fed pests. In this case, we used aphids. We fed them to the treated and untreated uh, plants, and later we exposed the aphids to the lady beetles. And basically, what we did is we evaluated how many days lady beetles remained alive after having been fed with exposed aphids. And surprisingly, our results showed that there wasn't any significant difference between lady beetles feeding on exposed aphids versus lady beetles feeding on unexposed aphids. And this might have been because the concentration of the chemical inside the aphids wasn't high enough to actually have an impact on lady beetle lifespan and lady beetle mortality. And so, in the end, our results suggest that thiamethoxam applied as drench might be compatible with lady beetles. And it's very important information for growers because they can now know how to implement both ways of control without actually affecting or canceling one another. Now, if you're interested in reading and learning more of the impact thiamethoxam might have on the food chain with other organisms in it, with other predatory or aphid species, I highly recommend you to and encourage you to read the full paper. With that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.